Ẹ wo fídíò tí mo gbé wá fún wa yìí, gbogbo olólùfẹ́ ìkànnì Olótìsọ́ TV wàhálà máa wà nínú ayé yìí o. Ẹ wo King Prime lélẹ́yìí, ṣé gbogbo ala mọ̀ King Prime? Ní táìmù birthday Agbala Gabriel ni mo ti rí tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní àjọṣepọ̀ tí àárín wọn dán mọ́rán. Láìpẹ́ yìí ni King Prime ni wọ́n gbé Tóbi Special sókè tó wá kọrin ní Agbala Gabriel tí wọ́n fún Tóbi Special ní mọ́tò tí wọ́n tún ṣètò bó ṣe máa lọ sílùú òyìnbó. Bákan náà tí wọ́n tún mú wọ studio tó ṣorin. Bákan náà Basiti náà tí ò lójú yẹn tó ń kọrin náà, àwọn àkọ́dá báyẹn tí King Prime tí wọ́n ràn lọ́wọ́. Àwọn èèyàn tún sọ oríṣiríṣi nípa wọn báyìí. Wọ́n ní gbogbo ìrànlọ́wọ́ àti oore tí King Prime ń ṣe ájù ọ̀la ni wọ́n ń fi àwọn ènìyàn ṣe oògùn òkìkí ni. Ṣé rí àwọn ènìyàn ṣá ní ṣe ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ kẹ́ni tó máa ṣe kó ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe drag Agbala Gabriel náà nìyẹn báyìí. King Prime lẹ́tún mú sẹ́nu nítorí pé wọ́n ran àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́. Àìmọye àwọn òṣèré tí bàbá yìí ti ràn lọ́wọ́, ẹ máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn nínú fídíò yìí. Ẹ bá mi share fídíò yìí, ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ viral gan, kí gbogbo ojú kí wọ́n rí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ohun tí King Prime tí wọ́n sọ.
Only Jesus TV.
Good morning, Nigerians. I want to really appreciate you guys for appreciating and acknowledge the fact that there are still good people out there, and counted to be one of them. And I want to say quickly, this message is in 3 parts, and one has to do with what I've experienced so far with the gift I gave to Tóbi Special recently. And after opening our studio, we're able to, I donated a car for this famous Tóbi Special, a gospel singer, and also we signed it, Basit, and there are 3 things I've experienced thereafter. One is maybe necessary or unnecessary fame. You know what I mean by unnecessary fame, where you don't have anywhere to go again. You are in the hotel, you lodge in an hotel, people go after you. King Prime, about Tóbi Special. Yeah, shows that Tóbi, you are going to places. I deeply appreciate you guys. Then the second thing is false allegation. Maybe it's not the first time anyway. After gifting Tóbi Special, the response you get from your family, want to raise a false allegation, wants to use one way or the other to just discredit your good works and your perspective about what you are doing. I have dealt with that before when I gave a complete building to my mommy's pastor, who suffered so much when we were young. Okay, he came from Oyo State to Ogbomoso, and came at the age of 21. He accepted to be a pastor to so many elderly people in one remote area in Kogi State, Agbala government to Dueri. And he was not paid. There was no salary. The whole money contributed in the month, not even up to 2,000 at that time. And they have, we have to maintain church and all that. So this man went through a lot. He lost his brother, the only brother that he came with. He lost it. One vibrant Bodakunle, passed on. His wife, he lost his wife. He lost many members, including my mother. Yet, he became so ashamed because he was very popular when he just came as a young guy, very vibrant, hardworking, diligent, and also an author. And God favored him a lot. Anytime he goes to hunt, he will come with big animals, And his fame was so much in that our local government area, and suddenly, there is this downside that he began to experience, and he had to even leave the place without even his children, So when I built my first house, I asked God, who should I dedicate this out to? Like, I want to give God this first fruit of mine. After a year or two, and I prayed, and I've forgotten him. We have lost contact for 10 years. We never knew we exist. And suddenly his picture came to my trance. And thereafter, I searched for his number on Facebook. I asked everybody, You know, nobody wants me to know anybody after I made it again. If I'm asking for one of my relatives, they don't want me to know that I don't know. Everybody around me keeps, you know, people away from me. So I had to go to Facebook looking for his picture, his page. I was able to contact him and he came to collect the house. The next attack I got after giving him house and a Sienna, the only vehicle I had then was a bus and a Sienna. Sienna was my private, bus was for the organization. That was 2018 or 17. So 2018, thereabout. So I called him and I handed over. The next thing is family member began to call me ritualist. My own closest family member, me, closest one, including the so-called wives those days, they connive together with in-laws, call me different names. They, you know, and you know, these are people it's okay, you unfold to the world, they are your family members. So whatever they say about you is accepted. So I went through that for 2 years. My fame go around because that time I have promoted a song, you know, AIT, everybody was playing my songs. Then, and so it even spoken in a program on the Radio Lagos then, that the president, King Prime, president of Europe, was alleged to be a ritualist by his family members. You know, that kind of thing. So God helped me. I got rid of that. Even if Oluwa and Modolade, when I give them 2 million naira, you know, in an agreement that I'm going to rebrand them. I want them to succeed. Maybe they thought we wanted to make something from them. I don't know what they might feel, but I just feel like helping people whom I think their effort is, you know, sin. So I gave them 2 million naira in agreement that they are going to, and I still feed them every month. I still give them allowances, like feeding allowance. I give them a flat in a jar, you know, 2 years ago. The next is I was called for an allegation again in Ikeja, in Ikeja, Lagos State. You know, an allegation that does not even so, but God helped me. I got rid of that. I could remember even Iya Rainbow, Dejo, all of them. And that's why most times when I do things for most of these celebrities, people don't know why. Those of kids I have then. And the mother was who intentionally left us because she thought there was no way forward again. So went to the court again and said, Emi absconded with her children for 3 years. She was the one that left too. And in court, they believed it was the involvement of Iya Rainbow in my videos, Pa James, Dejo Tufuli, No Network, all of them. The people that are already known, notable people. That God, you know, the concentration I have, the fame, the recent fame God gave to me through Dr. Ayefele, who came for my birthday without paying him, without doing anything for him. Dr. Ayefele came to sit down as a chief, the chairman of the occasion of my birthday last 2 months. He didn't even plan to sing. And when he got there, he felt excited and he said, I got to sing to you. And he sang for me. So,